I can't understand how anyone would vote for Gavin Newsom. He's like clearly a sociopath and has, I was thinking about this today, imagine rising to the position of governor of California, the sixth largest economy in the world, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and having your legacy be that you created a crime-ridden, bankrupt shithole. This place had a surplus 2 years ago. So that would disqualify, like Gavin Newsom would not be employable in the private sector with that kind of performance, but these people continue to vote for this stuff. And I've thought about leaving multiple times, but I love it here, I don't want to. So I hope that this disaster might change things and wake people up. In 2016, I was like an anti-Trump person and was very upset when he was elected. And then I've changed tune very quickly after seeing him being smeared unfairly, seeing media coverage that's taken out of context, edited. The same standard doesn't apply to any Democrat politician like Gavin Newsom, who had an affair with his best friend's wife, who was his campaign manager. I don't know what else somebody could do in terms of character, and all of Biden's stuff. He's like the worst president in the history of this country, and the most corrupt. It's like a criminal.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
You have an incompetent governor in California, Gavin. I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell his problem is. It's a little weird, to be honest. There's a little something shaky going on there. But, you know, all he has to do is call me and say, we have the Olympics coming up. We want to make it really good and safe. And I'll put some really good, great American patriots in there, and you won't have any problems. Don't forget, it's loaded up with some stone-cold killers, some really bad people, some people that were just born to be bad. They're criminals, bad criminals, dangerous. And we can solve the problem for them very quickly.
Now Spencer Pratt has put Newsom on notice, telling him you're never going to be president, that he has nothing but time for the next 3 years to ensure that it doesn't happen. His team of 70 lawyers, these are his neighbors whose houses burned too, in case you didn't know. They're all working together, and Newsom is the spokesperson for the whole operation. They found the office of the first partner, who is run by Newsom's wife. So instead of clearing the brush in Topanga, they would have prevented the fires in the Palisades. They donated their money to themselves. Over $5 million has been donated to the office of the first partner. Again, that's his wife and him. They've been stealing from California. This is just the...
Guilty, guilty, guilty. Democrat Party, the Democrats. You know, it's always some kind of fraud, some kind of scandal. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Beginning. This is why I think all of a sudden we have Harris coming out of nowhere saying she's not going to be the governor. She's actually going to run for president, because at the end of this, Newsom could be done. If they are able to get all the information on Newsom out, he may be done. And I love that he told him, dude, I'll make sure you never become president, because it's that whole team of lawyers saying, we'll make sure you'll never become president.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuned in right now that you are blessed, well, and healthy. You know, and that you're having a great day so far, a great week, a great rest of the month of August, you know. What a time to be alive, man, in this fast time travel, man. The time is ticking for all of us, you know. Whether you like to hear that or not, no matter if you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, no matter what side you stand on, no matter if you love or hate President Trump, hey, the time is ticking for all of us, man. You know? And we live in this corrupt scam matrix. And we also live in a time where it just seems like the Democrat Party, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Scandals and frauds everywhere. People laughing to the bank, you know. Hey, and we're going to come on here and call it out for what it is. But another major Democrat pleads guilty. And there's some connection with Gavin Newsom. You just can't make this up. And then I seen this on the internet, and he is standing next to the one and only Nancy Pelosi. They should have been walked that hell out a long time ago. They should have said, ma'am, breathe in this walkie-talkie. We got all we need. Let's wrap this up, put her in handcuffs, let's put her in the back of the car. She's drunk as hell. And it looks like she has mixed the clear and the dark. You Democrats have been mixing the clear and the dark, I tell you. But you just can't make this up. Joseph Neil Sandberg, a Democrat donor, pleads guilty, and you just can't make this up. Wire fraud. You just can't make this up, man. But woke wire fraud scheme, from an anti-poverty crusader to 248 million fraudster. Investor in Gavin Newsom's friend pleads guilty to federal charges. I tell you, Gavin Newsom's buddy now faces a likely lengthy prison sentence. Sandberg has given money to candidates such as former President Barack Obama, former Vice President Kamala. Did they say Rick, sir? If you don't say it right, sir, you're racist. If you don't say it right, say her name right, sir. And you know what I have to say to you? The hell with you. I say whatever I want to say and how I want to say it. Sick of all that woke crap. Get all that woke crap out your mind. That's what's wrong with this country now. Everybody say stay woke as hell. Everything woke has turned to it. But man, this guy's been donating away, hasn't he? You just can't make this up. But now he pleads guilty to federal charges. Gavin Newsom's buddy. Y'all clap it up, family. Clap it up. You just can't make this up. Clap it up. You just can't make this up. It says, let me read some of these comments. Newsom needs to be arrested. He's an awful governor. Clean house, Trump. Need to investigate all Democrats. Most of all, Newsom. I have many, many cousins in California. They said the DOJ needs to stay alert and nail the governor for corruption. Dems are sounding more and more like the mob. Lock him up. Corruption at its finest. I tell you, man. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me see what he's talking about.
Another major Democrat has gone down for fraud. That's right. He's pled guilty, and he is directly tied to somebody who's been in the news lately. That would be California Governor Gavin Newsom. But before we get into this story, please, journalism. Now, Democrat donors, they are quite the characters. They range the entire spectrum from Harvey Weinstein to Jeffrey Epstein and everything in between. And now we have another big fish Democrat donor. His name is Joseph Sandberg. He's a liberal activist. He's agreed to plead guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud and faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison per count, according to the Department of Justice. Sandberg, he co-founded and served as a board member of Aspiration Partners, Inc., which was a financial technology and sustainability services company. Well, Sandberg donated to various left-wing groups and candidates such as California Governor Gavin Newsom, according to federal election data. What I am asking myself is how many of these stories do we have to hear? The Democratic Party is crawling with criminality. It is fraud, it is waste, it is abuse of power, it is corruption, and it's seemingly endless. So I wonder, is this a political party or is it a criminal enterprise? Because essentially the way it works is that the Democratic Party doesn't solve any problems. In fact, they make almost all of America's problems worse, whether it be open borders with foreign aliens coming in here, including a lot of criminals, fentanyl smuggling, human trafficking. They make that worse. They refuse to enforce the law in the cities that they run. So you get Soros prosecutors with cashless bail. You have illegal aliens running rampant across the cities. And you also have gangs where there is a lot of inner city violence that they don't seem to bring down. In reality, I'm not talking about their fake statistics. So they make almost everything worse. They support foreign wars that we didn't vote for in Congress, and funding that, to the tune of tens of billions of dollars that we don't have, while risking major wars and sucking the United States into that. So I'm just wondering, what exactly are these Democrats funding? What are they getting out of it? Well, in this case, Sandberg, he ran a sustainability enterprise. Really? You don't say. It's almost like environmentalism is a racket, a state-funded racket that they have this pretense of saving the planet, but what they're actually doing is stealing from taxpayers. And it's really enough, because you can have great technology that gives us less pollution, lower emissions. This is all great. It's fine. I don't want smog. I don't want air pollution. But just put it on the market, okay? Put it on the market. People will buy it if the technology is there, if it's efficient enough, if it's convenient enough. People will buy it. So enough of this. It's just the Democratic Party is just a bunch of kickbacks. So who knows? This guy was giving a lot of money to Governor Gavin Newsom in California. California is the most environmentally regulated and subsidizing state there is in the United States. Okay, there might be a few like little blue states where bang for buck you might be able to, find some statistics that run contrary to that. But California, for the most part, they being sued by the EPA, for example, over their emission standards. Okay, and they were a pioneer in this area. So it's no surprise that people are always looking for the path of least resistance. And in this case, state funds, state grants, EPA grants, which, fortunately, they're coming to an end. It's got to stop. And in this case, another Democrat donor goes down. How widespread is this? I mean, we have ActBlue under investigation, and some major Democrats like Jasmine Crockett are tied up with that investigation. So, where does it stop with the Democratic Party? It's just steal taxpayer money.
Where does it stop?
Kick back to politicians. Politicians put in legislation.
Where the hell does it stop, family? Y'all let me know. I'm pretty sure we all know the answer with that. I'll tell you Democrats, boy. And then California at that. Y'all running everybody out of there. The California dumpster fire. The California dumpster fire. They're grossly incompetent. I tell you, boy. Some of the biggest and most guiltiest frauds and crooks walking around smiling in everybody's faces. But they say they didn't do anything wrong. And they said, we know who did something wrong, though. We know who actually did it. Donald Trump. Donald Trump did it. That's the felon. That's your felon right there. That's the one who did all of it. We didn't do anything. Trump did it. That's their message. Hey, all right. We'll see how that played out for you, and how it's getting you, this far. And we see how everybody's just running out of there. Yeah, y'all create more Trump supporters and conservatives every single day. Hey. All right.